That man just won one of the most unbeatable cases in Lagos.
To be a partner is much more than winning cases.
But you forget whose name is on the building.
She's Mrs. Castle.
And she's my daughter.
On the part of veteran actor Richard Mofe-Damijo, he's just using this time to chill and do more advocacy online.
Well, you can see my beard. I'm still under quarantine. You know, the way it is. Yes, there is some kind of partial lift on curfew now. I think it's about 10 p.m. now. So, but my office is still not operating at full scale. All the work, all the productions I was involved in, they've all been cancelled. Some have been moved to next year. And I think the earliest that I will feel comfortable to probably step into a movie set right now would be probably August or October or something. I haven't, most of the things I'm doing now are more webinars. For me, it is a hard reset moment where we've all needed to pause, re-examine whatever it is that we are doing. The uprising that you are finding in the world is all a reaction to all that lockdown for some time, and so people have been looking for where to vent, and so every little thing that concerns humanity, people jump on it and vent. You will find that the protocols or the paradigms of engagement will be different when our schedule kicks in. And when all the economies have been opened and the world is reviving and travels and all of that, you will find that priorities will begin to shift again. But the way I've dealt with my lockdown is to be engaged in more humanistic things.
RMD, as he's popularly called, is not one to be at the background this time. He has decided to use his voice and platform to join in the fight against the deadly virus.
It will be silly of me if I think I have a voice not to use it. I mean, there was no recording that I would say no to when it came to the COVID fight. You know, I was part of the COVID, which is still going on. Some of you might not have the money that a Dangote has, or a Femi Otedola has, or an Adenuga has, but what do you have? What else do you have? So you put what you have. In my place, they say when you don't have money to contribute to your in-laws' burial, you walk with your body. You know, so you know, if the ones that you can't do with money, you do with your body, you do with your voice, whatever it is that God has given you, that when you lend your voice to people, we find that there is some kind of authenticity in it. And so, you know, I did, those were the things I did. So if you're a celebrity, it behoves, and you are a part of the community or whatever community that you live in. And so if just being seen will encourage other people to participate in whatever it is that would change or make life just a bit better for all of us, then by all means, it's your responsibility to do that.
Economically, he laments how badly the pandemic has affected the industry.
Imagine what has happened to Nigeria in the last two months. Hotels, gyms. I'm just using the ones that are, you know, restaurants and food joints and all of that. Offices, look at my office, look, film productions, cinema houses. I mean, look at the amount of investment, for instance, that these young guys in Film One had put together, opening a lot more cinemas and all that. And now you just sit at home and you're looking at all the buildings and they're all empty. And there are people that are working in these places that you have to decide whether or not to let them go and rehire them 3-4 months later. There can be no norm. Things cannot never return to normal. It will be a new normal. How that new normal will be, we are still trying to determine it.
He is, however, optimistic about a bounce back of the economy and wants everyone to be ready to accept what will eventually become the new normal.
How on earth can anything return back to how it used to be? Even if there is no second wave or third wave or whatever and Corona leaves, our hygiene standard has just been bumped up see how we have related today. This is not how we would have related before. And so if you come to me even in August or in July or in October to do an interview, I will still sanitize the microphone. I will still not let you touch me. I will rather my PA who has been with me and I know is okay, sanitize his hand to do all these protocols are going to remain. There is already a major paradigm shift, and you cannot turn back the hands of the clock. The level of my hygiene, I'm not going to ever drop it again. You know, my PA will tell you, one of my staff here, she's like a germaphobe, you know, and so she's the type that will wash a cup with salt and water and soap and hot and vinegar and all of that. So we used to like laugh at her, you know, but now she just looks at all of us like, oh, really? Really, you guys are getting to where I've been? So, and she's been using sanitizers for years. When she had a baby, you can't touch her baby unless you sanitize. And now, one has found that she was not being fussy. She was just being, she had just been aware and being ahead of all of us, you know, in terms of how far she can take her hygiene. And I think that is how far we have become. I have become so, in a way, not paranoid, but I've become a lot more careful, you know, conscious of the, you know, of my environment.
Still a domain of the law.
Well, it's not a domain of this firm. We don't do pro bono.
Oh, I do.
But things will not be the same again. We should all be ready to embrace the new normal. Well, that's the new normal, so we should embrace it. Okay, everyone, that's it for us here. It's never goodbye, because we will be back again here next week. To see this and more, kindly log on to channelstv.com. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and also reach us with the number blinking on your screen. Like I said, it's never goodbye. We want to meet you alive next week, so stay well and stay safe. I am Okichkwose. Do have a lovely weekend.